I want to share a story with you today that I think will impact your life. But first, I need to give you a little parental advisory. If you got young ears running around the house or within ears distance of this video right now, I suggest that maybe you turn it down or go in another room or maybe have them go do something else for the time being. But I really need to share something with you that I think is very important. A good friend of mine reached out to us a couple weeks ago, and she was looking for a solution in finding a way to lower her anxiety levels, find a way to get more sleep, finding a way to build her immune system. So she's been watching a lot of our stories, watching a lot of the things that we've been posting about how CBD can help all those great things. So I got to talking with her about CBD. You guys know that I have a full line available to you at higherpower.net. We ship for free all across the country, but today we're not here to talk about those products. We're here to talk about another product, something that is changing the world as we know it, and something that will be federally legal one of these days soon. I truly believe it, but it is legal here in California. So we're going to talk to you about it with my friend here in Southern California, Cynthia Rivera. She's a mother of three and a wife now of 20 years to my good friend Robert. Like I said, her anxiety's been through the roof. She's been looking for a way to treat her body to get better immunity to do that. And so what I did is I offered her this product here. This is a solventless rosin, THC oil made by Scorpion. They made this product for me to be able to dose in specific amounts of THC to boost the effects that I get from this CBD oil. Again, the entire plant has been a major part of my story. And I need you guys to understand how important it is to not demonize the effects and the benefits of what THC could do for you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Cynthia and let her take it from here. I want her to share her story, how this little product right here not just met her expectations, but far exceeded her expectations. Her and her husband are thanking me for this, and I think that you will too. So enjoy this story, and if you have any questions, you know how to find me. Take care, and Cynthia, thank you for sharing your story and allowing us to share it on this platform. Take it from here, sister.
Yeah, it made that go away, and it was completely different than I even like was anticipating. So when I reached out to Amy was because I wasn't I as it is have a hard time sleeping, right? So I'm not like a heavy sleeper. I don't fall asleep right away. I'm usually up until 1 in the morning, 2. And my husband, Robert, he falls asleep fast and hard, right? So we're like opposite. So I find myself awake, which normally doesn't bother me, but ever since the COVID-19 thing started happening and started, I just found that like at the beginning, I couldn't sleep and I was just nervous and anxious and scared. And at first I thought, like if I just have a couple drinks or whatever, like I should be able to go to sleep. But I actually wake up in the middle of the night when I've drank and feel more anxious. I don't know if it's just the sugars and the alcohol or whatever. So I don't like that feeling. And then I feel crappy in the morning, even if it's like 2 glasses of wine.
Okay.
So, and to be honest, the reason why I hesitated and took so long to try this is because I just by nature, I'm not like a weed smoker. I mean,
Okay.
obviously I've smoked weed like in my 20s, a little bit in high school, but the older I got, just with like my anxiety and the type of personality I have, it just always made me too anxious. So it just
Okay.
didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Don't
Which
ever,
happens for a lot of people that way. So a lot of people are like, I don't want to, and that's why a lot of people are steering away from CBD because they remember those bad feelings and being paranoid when they smoked weed back in the day. And they're like, I don't want any of that. And I get it because it's not for everybody.
no, it's not. I don't understand how some people do it and just say like how relaxing it is. I've just never been one of those people.
Okay.
So I tried a while ago. A friend of mine had like some CBD drops,
Mhm.
right? So I tried those, and that did like nothing for me. I felt nothing. So I never did it again and whatnot. And then a couple days ago, when you came by, and because that's when I told Robert, okay, let's just try something. I'll try it. I'll try it. So when we first got it, the very first night, I was like, I'm only taking 3 drops, right? So like under my tongue, 1, 2, 3, that's it.
Uh, yeah.
And I didn't feel anything.
Uh,
So I was like, okay, like I didn't feel anything. So
right.
last night, Robert's like, you have to take more. Just trust me. Just trust me. So I think I did. actually, I think I took a little too much last night. So he gave me a half of a dropper. So like
Okay.
5,
Yeah. So I'm
right?
going to open it up here just so we can see what we're talking about. This is the eyedropper. What you did before was maybe like just a few little drops, right?
3,
And
yep,
then what you did last night looked probably more like about that right
exactly.
there.
Right. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Like, what, how, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, I love the way it tastes.
Okay, good. Because I
I
do too. I think it's fantastic.
It's kind of like a natural, I don't know, not like weed. You know how normally like
No, right.
they smoke weed and it's like,
And
that
there's a
didn't,
lot of oils out there that have that taste, and it's almost gag worthy to where it's like too
oh,
much of the earthy cannabis taste, or even just like sometimes it's really bad. But I've really enjoyed all the flavor profiles that my partner gets in these oils. But tell me more.
so I took it, the half
Yeah.
dropper, and then I just kept on like just, doing my nightly routine, washing my face,
Okay.
folding some laundry, and maybe like 20 minutes went by and I was sitting on the bed next to Robert and he's like, "Do you feel anything?" I was like, "No, I don't feel anything." And I was like, "I don't think these are that strong." And he's like, "Oh, maybe they're not." And then we kept on watching like this series on Netflix that we're watching called Girls that I picked and I like. It's really funny.
Okay.
Um, and then all of a sudden I just started feeling something different. And I was like, "Babe, I think I'm feeling kind of high." And he's like, "Oh, good." Like he's so excited. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know. I don't, and my mind, and I've always been like this, it kind of like, it's like it tries to fight it, right?
It was
Because
trying to take you towards that paranoia state, right?
yes. And so
Yeah.
I started like thinking, oh my gosh, why? Like I shouldn't have done this. But like maybe 10 minutes later or 15 minutes later of just like letting it sink in, like I just didn't even feel paranoid at all. And I mean, it does help for me to have Robert there with me because it's like
Yeah.
someone I trust and I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
So we just hung out. Like what's crazy to me is that normally when I'm laying around and like at night, I'm
Uh-huh.
like getting up like 10 times to check on Gavin, check on Addie, then check on Gavin again. Who is Gavin on the phone with? Like, what time is it? Who is he playing? Is like, I'm just like all these questions. Like,
Yeah. Your mind's just racing. You can't rest.
I cannot rest for the life of me. And
Okay.
last night, I never got up again and I never even checked my phone, not once. I just like, I just stayed
You
there.
weren't worried about it.
I
You were.
was not worried about anything, which is crazy for one.
Uh-huh.
And then for two,
How'd you
it
feel?
I felt really good. And
Yeah.
it I mean, we had sex.
Okay, perfect. I think
That
that's important.
it's yeah, and not just
But
that.
you felt it. It wasn't just like having sex. It was like there was like this passion back, huh?
It was like I wanted to have them again tonight.
That a girl. Nice.
I want to do that again. And
Okay.
I know that there's women out there that are gonna understand. Like I've been married for 16 years. We've been together for 20 years. I mean,
Yeah.
we love each other and like our sex has always been fine. But after a while, like, it's not like I'm like that's why probably people have affairs to get the feeling that I had last night,
Okay.
which I thought was amazing.
I
It
understand. Yeah.
isn't that just doesn't I feel like everyone needs to try this. Their husbands will be so happy.
I love
And
that.
I mean, it feels nice to feel that way as opposed
Yeah.
to like, like sex is fine, but like some people always say like, oh my gosh, like mostly single people or people that are on like a second marriage, like we have this connection and like this sex is just so
Passionate.
amazing and it's so and I'm always like thinking to myself like trying to remember that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's what
probably because I mean, look, you're a mom of three, right? And your kids are now from I think what Addie's 13, 14.
she's 13
And
and then 15 and then 20.
right. So I mean, you've been doing this a long time and it's been trying to find your moments for those passionate moments with Robin or getting away on vacation, but it rarely does it happen when you're at home with kids
Ever.
because you're at work when they're at school. But now, like everybody's home, so when do you find time? But last night, you were able to let all those worries and concerns that were getting in the way of your present reality,
Yes.
which was time to connect with Rob, and it was magical.
It was
And that's
magical.
fantastic.
And
I
I
love
made me
that.
feel like uninhibited, like not self-conscious, like all these things that, you know, women and men, I'm assuming, have going through their head, you know, anytime they're being intimate or whatever, you're always thinking about like, oh, like, did I shave? Did I do this? Like, you know, is the light on too? Are the kids listening? Who's awake? All
Right.
these things, which takes you away from that moment. And like last night, it was like just me, but like in a different body or something. It was
Yeah.
crazy, I'm telling you.
Like you were watching yourself in your own movie.
Yes, like I was starring in the Cynthia movie.
Yes, and you were the star of the show, and it was on and popping.
Yes, and when I woke up this morning, I like had like a big smile on my face, and I was like, babe, I was like, do you remember me last night? Like I just could
And
not
he's
even
like, "Oh
believe
yeah,
last night happened, you know?
yeah."
It was awesome. And I
Well,
didn't
that's
freak
fantastic.
out. I didn't feel like I was like high, like when you smoke like a joint or like a
Yeah,
even like back in the day, because I felt like it was my very first time being high ever, because it's been probably more than 10 years.
yeah, yeah.
So
And that's the way that it was for me when I got back into cannabis at the beginning of my fight, a couple of years ago. You mind if I tell you just a little bit about why this is like amazing, like, and why this is such a great product for everybody to try that may be a little bit scared or whatnot? I use this product in the medicinal world when I'm coaching people that are fighting for their life, but they don't like smoking weed or anything like that. But see, this stuff nurtures a system and we can microdose it. So you can take this product and you could use this as a medicinal benefit. We don't need to feel that feeling, and you can regulate that feeling. So now you know exactly, or Rob knows exactly, because he's the one that gave you that dosage last night, of where that line is at for you.
right.
And so you could even go a little bit less to get the medicinal benefit, because this stuff right here is amazing for the pain issues in our body, the inflammation. It helps boost our immune system. That's a really big thing right now. Yeah, so the cannabinoids that are in cannabis feed the system that boosts our immunity. So this one right here, coupled with, hang with me for a second, something like one of these, we've got multiple CBD options.
I
You
have
know,
the cream that looks like the blue one. I love that stuff.
Yeah, so you got the cream, you got the topical. So if you were to do something like this on a daily basis, Cynthia, of like a tincture, like a half of one twice a day, or even a full one once a day, and then you put a little bit of this underneath your tongue, not to get that high feeling, but just to nurture that endocannabinoid system, you got something that's so powerful that can help build such health in your body and help you on so many different levels. And then you could put your foot on the gas a little bit and get to that line where you got last night,
Right.
instead of drinking a couple glasses of wine or a couple drinks. And then, you lose your inhibitions when you're drinking, and you lose control of your thoughts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You were totally in tune. You were watching your own movie, but you were star of the show and you were feeling it.
I was
And you didn't have to wake up with a hangover.
at all. I woke up with nothing but a smile on my face.
Right. There you go.
It
There
was
you go.
like, I know that a lot of people, especially like in my age group, I think, are maybe hesitant, or think like it's like smoking weed and they're like against it, or they've never tried it, so they don't want to do it or whatnot. But
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I mean, I'm gonna tell all my girlfriends, because I'm sure that they would really love and appreciate a night like I had last night, with
Yeah.
side effects, like in control of yourself, calm feeling, like it just there, there was
Yes.
all good stuff.
Good. And I'm so glad that you got benefit from it. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And I'm happy for both you and Rob. I mean, I think it's important to have those connection times, but I think it's also just very important for us to be able to let everything go for a minute, especially when we're trying to rest our heads in our bed, because there's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much chaos and so much confusion and uncertainty for the future. And as young parents like us in our late 30s to mid 40s and stuff like that, we're this is major, and it's major for everybody. So it's nice to be able to take a little edge off without damaging your liver through the alcohol and damaging your body through a bunch of bad things. Like, this is actually a natural supplement that's through a plant. I mean, this stuff is extracted without any chemicals. It's only ice water all the way through. The process that my partner takes is all organic. We know it all. We know the process, and we touched every part of it from seed to this bottle. So that's what you get in dealing with somebody like myself. You got fantastic products. And that's a big thing in the marketplace too, is like, yeah, I'm kind of curious, this is pre-yesterday, Cynthia. I'm kind of curious, but I don't know where to get it. And is it going to am I going to get that anxiety high from it, or am I going to feel good? Because I hear it's good, but I feel this way. So you're scared and then you don't know where to go. A lot of this game and understand and getting, the benefits from it is getting good products. And it's we call it know your source.
Right.
You happen to know me. That's fantastic. So now you got access to great products for the rest of your life, because I'm doing this forever. And I just challenge anybody that's looking for an alternative solution to feel better. We've got some answers right here, and they're fantastic, and it's legal, and it's going to be even more legal as time goes on. It's going to be fully federally legal one of these days. I just believe it, because there's so much benefit to this plant.
Okay.
This isn't about that. This is about your testimony, and I just appreciate you sharing your story and being vulnerable to open up, because I'm all about that. I think we need to share our stories so that it lands on people that need to hear it, and then they can reach out for help too.
Exactly. That's it gave me a lot more than I was expecting, and I'm thankful for it. And if someone else has been on the fence and looking for something to try to help them sleep and not want to take pills and stuff, I mean, I highly recommend it, because it'll help you sleep great. And like I said, it has other benefits just with relaxing you and making you feel in the moment, take the self-consciousness away, like uninhibited. Just, I don't know, it's just a great feeling. And I think everyone
freeing, right? Very freeing, I think.
Very freeing.
Good.
That's exactly it.
Well, good for you, Cynthia. I'm so happy for you, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Thank you for your time on this. And
Robert thanks you.
Huh?
Robert thanks you.
I'm sure he does, and he's very welcome. And yeah, we got more where that came from, so you guys will never go dry. So don't worry about that. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Thank you. You're an inspiration. We love you guys.
Thank you so much.